What's up, guys? It's here. We're at the end of the year. 2017 was a blast. Not only are we at the end of 2017, we're at the end of my list. This is the #1 concert that I went to, or event, I should say, in 2017. This all the ones I went to. This is my favorite, so I'm going to talk about it right now, and that would be Moonstock with Ozzy Osbourne. Was hands down the best time I've had, not just this year, but in a long time. And I know this is kind of a cop-out because I'm not just picking one. This is a two-parter, because not only am I picking Ozzy's performance, but Moonstock as a whole was fucking amazing, so I'm going to get into all that right now. Make sure, though, if you haven't, make sure to check out 2 through 10 up on the channel now if you want to catch up on my list. If you just want to know what the #1 was, that's cool too, so I'll go ahead and share that with you. Start by saying that this year I had some shitty things happen in my life. Last year was not a good year for me, and so I kept myself real busy. And I wanted to plan a trip, so I was looking at all these different music festivals, and I heard that there was, people were talking about this whole eclipse thing that was happening, kind of captivated the whole nation. Everybody was talking about it. Then I found out that Ozzy Osbourne actually was planning on playing during it, so I was like, fuck yeah, that sounds cool. And then I looked more into it, and it turns out this was a full-blown festival, not just one performance, and it featured some of my favorite bands on the bill originally: Five Finger Death Punch, Papa Roach, Blackstone Cherry, Theory of a Deadman, Saliva, you name it, tons of fucking bands. Papa Roach ended up having to cancel, but no sweat, I saw them later in the year. The recap's up now. But, so Hailstorm filled in for them. Didn't get to see Hailstorm though. So let's start talking about the thing in whole. I will say that they did undersell the festival aspect of the event, because they were very over-prepared. They had way too many porta potties, way too many vendors. The VIP section was probably a quarter full, which kind of made it weird because the VIP section is the section between general admission and the stage. So you got the stage, and you have like a couple people, and then you have this big empty space, and then you have the general admission. So they didn't really sell out the rest of the previous 3 days, but on Monday that whole thing filled up. When Ozzy played, everyone was there. People came out just to see Ozzy Osbourne. And this festival is one of those deals where they didn't have day by days. You could either just buy Monday, which was just for Ozzy, which was $100, or which was $85, or you could buy the full 4 days, which was like $125, which had all 4 days. But a lot of people, I guess, just wanted to see Ozzy do for the eclipse, so they did that. So the place was pretty empty. Five Finger Death Punch did open up the VIP section though, which was cool. They let us all go up, and I got right next to the stage, and I took a picture with Ivan Moody, and he was singing right behind me, and it was amazing. Saliva was cool. There's a lot of these bands I hadn't seen before, and a lot of bands that I had seen. Hell Yeah was awesome. Texas Hippie Coalition was awesome. Five Finger was awesome, obviously. They were all fucking cool. There was a lot of tributes, a lot of mentions throughout the night of all the rock legends and stuff that we've lost over the past year or so. And so that was really cool. Yeah, I ended up missing Hailstorm because my buddy who I went with got sick, and so we had to take him to the hospital, but I'd seen them before, so I wasn't too worried about it. So yeah, the first part of the festival was kind of a mess. I know we did the camping thing, and the showers was backed up. There was like a 2-hour-long line to take a shower. They were running out of stuff left and right. The whole thing wasn't very prepared, but this was the first year they did that festival, so I give them a pass, and I don't dock them against that at all. I did do the camping thing, like I just mentioned, and that was a lot of fun too. So now I'll get to the big thing, I guess, which really makes Moonstock and this thing at the top of my list, is Ozzy Osbourne playing during the eclipse. Because how you pictured this in your head is exactly how it happened. And I did not think that they'd be able to get it this perfect, but they did. It was a Monday, and it was about 1 in the afternoon, I think, maybe 3 in the afternoon. It was something like that. It was hot as shit. It was during the summer. The weather app said felt like 114 degrees. I don't remember actually how hot it was. It was like 102 or 103 or something. We're sitting out there in the sun waiting all morning for Ozzy to come, and then finally he shows up. Right as the eclipse starts, he comes out and he says, "Are you ready?" And you can barely understand him. Then they just go right into it. They go right into Bark of the Moon. We got where we were in the path of totality, so the entire place went dark. It was just like at nighttime. They brought out the night concert lights is essentially what it was. And Ozzy played Bark at the Moon during the eclipse. He truly is the Prince of Darkness, and that was one of the best moments of my entire life. I've graduated high school, I've gotten married, I've done all this kind of shit, but that's going to change next year, obviously, because of other things that are going to happen in my life. But that was the best moment in my entire life, was getting to see someone who, he's actually on my wall over there, but you can't see him with this setup. But anyways, Ozzy Osbourne was one of my all-time favorites. Not only that, but he was on a reunion tour this past year with Zakk Wylde, so we got to see Zakk Wylde slay a bunch of shit too, which is really cool. They played a bunch of Sabbath hits, all the Ozzy hits, and yeah, he played for like an hour and a half in the middle of the day in 114-degree weather. There was one part during the middle when everyone was doing their solos. The last person to do a solo was his drummer, and I felt like that just kept going. Like, they did that in the middle of the show, so I felt like in my mind what happened was Ozzy Osbourne was probably in the back and needed more time, so they kept telling the drummer, keep going, keep stalling, because Ozzy came out first wearing full black, long clothes. I'm sure they had fans on him and misters and shit, but still, it was fucking hot. I was in jeans and a white t-shirt, and I thought I was gonna die. So, but he's like way older than me and has done way more drugs than me and shit, so I'm surprised that he was able to do it. But he got up there and he rocked, and then he came back out with the shirt off and he finished up the show, and yeah, it was an amazing performance. I could nitpick it. There's a recap that I wrote that you can read on my website where I talk about some things about how he didn't sing the full verse and certain songs. Like, he was using the audience a lot to sing, like Crazy Train. I don't think he ever actually sang the chorus to that. I think every time it came to it, he would go like this and we'd all sing it. But it in no way took away from it at all, because it was a true once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it was another legend that I get to check off my list. So that's it. That's my #1 concert/event of 2017 was Moonstock 2017 and Ozzy Osbourne playing Bark at the Moon during the eclipse. It was just phenomenal, and the people did show up. I know I said it was pretty empty during the beginning of it, but the people did show up for Ozzy. There was a line of cars all the way down like a several mile long street. Tons of people trying to get in there for the eclipse. It was just amazing. I don't know how else to describe it, but it was just fantastic. Once in a lifetime experience. Best moment of my entire life. I just loved it. So there you go, guys. That's my list. All the other ones, if you're curious what's been on my top 10, because it has been a pretty variety of bands from different genres and things, make sure to check out that. I'll put it in a playlist. And also, whenever any news drops, I'll try to make a video about it and get it here. So subscribe so you don't miss that. And check out my Facebook page and my website for the same reason. Never miss anything going on in the world of live music. Alright, that's going to do it for 2017, and until next year, see ya.